watching?
Still sweating, baby. How we doing?
Doing good. Doing good. We had a good show today.
We do. You know what's cool about this show?
People, if they're not watching on YouTube or Facebook or X, they have no idea that our background has been tweaked a little bit.
Well, I was going to say what's cool about it is we thought of this episode like as we were talking pre-show, just about life in general, and we're like, let's actually record an episode.
Yeah, we're talking some good stuff. We're like, we got to record.
Whoa. Save it for the show, buddy.
Let me grab a Mountain Zevia real quick. And let's save it.
Yeah.
All right. Jeremy, you were telling me that you are leveling up your business again and making some moves. Let's continue that talk.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Jeremy Kitchen is an entrepreneur. He runs a media business. He started as an employee, for those that don't know, in this business that I started. I was a horrible boss. And eventually, after a couple of years, I'm like, dude, do you just want this business? You want to make a trade? And Jeremy took it over. But it services real estate agents in the Pacific Northwest. And tell us a little bit of background before you get into it.
So a little information on this. Like, you weren't a horrible boss. You were the best boss I ever had.
Oh, thanks.
But
I did yell once in a while when we were unprofitable.
Yeah, but I think the focus of the business was we were trying to cast a very wide net on what we wanted to do.
Right.
And then when we weren't doing anything, you're just like, just come work on my flips, which was fine, but didn't exactly lend into profits. You know what I mean?
And the whole purpose of me starting that business was to it hit multiple levels of, marketing and stuff with my real estate sales business, my flipping business.
Yep.
And try to have something that produces its own income through, servicing other real estate agents. But I can also we started the podcast together.
Yeah.
6 years ago now.
Yeah. And started
5 years ago.
I started being an editor on the podcast, right? So I was helping set up cameras and microphones and then doing the back end stuff. So only the people who were getting interviewed at the time knew who I was. Or if you knew the voice at the beginning, that was me.
That's true. Yeah, you did the voice. So you're all talented with media. You're an employee back then, and tried to keep this business, afloat, and also just use it as a real estate agent to increase my social media presence and do videos on our listings and our flips. But it didn't know. It was kind of tough, but I don't think I ever didn't make payroll.
Yeah.
And then eventually you caught the bug and you started lending hard money, and then you picked up this business that kept getting all this requests.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, we started this thing. What we wanted it to be, I think, there was a big question mark on what this was, right? Because like you were saying, you wanted all this extra media for your company and this and this. Yeah. And then when GenderSnap came in, we were like, okay, we're going to do this at cost for you because you're our parent company, right?
Right.
And when you do things at cost,
I can.
Right. And you can. There's no problem with that. But when you do things at cost, you're not making a profit. And when you're not making a profit, and then you look at the end of the month, why didn't we make profit? All right, let's backtrack and let's figure it out, right?
Which I knew all that.
Right. And it was also a brand new thing where, I'd never been in a business like this before. It's something that you kind of had to nurture and give full attention to.
Yeah. And that's something that I just didn't have the ability to do.
Right.
And then once you gave it your full attention, turns out there's quite a need.
Yeah.
For local, mostly real estate agents and other entrepreneurs and real estate entrepreneurs to need not just professional photos, professional videos. And tell us, were you nervous at all to kind of get back in to that business, or did you feel comfortable getting back in because you were just making the switch to lending hard money full time, and it just maybe it just wasn't your thing?
Yeah.
Which is totally fine, but there's a huge learning curve.
There was
lending hard money,
and I think there is still,
and then and it was probably the worst timing ever because you started in early 2022 when the whole market just shifted and people really couldn't do flips as much as they were.
Right. It was something that I didn't know a lot about, which when you don't know a lot about something, it kind of puts you out of your comfort zone. Right. So I was like, how do I even build this thing? I have no idea how to build this thing. Obviously we still do that. So whenever hard money calls come in, we try to service them as best as we can. It's just not at the top of our pipeline, I'd say.
Right. Yeah.
What happened during this time? So you decided, you're like, okay, I think we're just going to shut down GenderSnap. Everything's going to go down. And we're like, okay. And I was comfortable with that at the beginning. I was like,
because the other
fine.
Employee, he was at home anyway.
Yeah.
He just had a baby and he was more the home guy.
Yeah.
and he didn't mind. There wasn't much business coming in, and he didn't want to really come back into the office. So it was easy to kind of let him. It was a mutual thing.
Sure.
He's like, yeah, we can stop my employment. That's fine.
No big deal. Anyway, that happened. And what I noticed happened is, as soon as I said no to business, it was almost like I was playing hard to get with people.
Yeah.
Like people kept calling me and they're like, are you sure you just can't do like one, or you can't do like this, and like this probably happened. Like I probably turned down like 20 of those.
Okay.
In a very short period.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, okay, I think like the hard money was hard. It was hard to figure out.
Yeah.
It still kind of is, to be honest with you. Like I'm not a loan officer. It's hard when you're like an intermediary and you don't have control of the thing. And I take the information and I go,
yeah, you're brokering hard money funds. Probably easier when you're using your own money.
Yeah. I can do my own deals all day because I can sign off on it and I can get started right away. It's super simple doing that. But getting other people's money and brokering, like it was a field that I had no knowledge of.
Yeah.
Anyway, these clients kept calling and calling and calling. So eventually I started taking one, and then I take two, and then I take three. And I'm like, all right, doing this under the table for a minute while we just kind of have the equipment. Yeah. And then I was like,
I think we were still splitting it because it was still technically my company, my equipment.
Yeah.
And you were good enough to be like, hey, I actually made some money. Here you go. So that was nice of you.
Yeah.
You had some integrity.
Yeah, I tried to. I mean, like it was all the equipment that you bought, which I'm still using a lot of that, believe it or not.
Good.
I'm surprised.
I'm glad it's still getting its money's worth.
Those shutters are like rated for 100,000 clicks on a camera. Yeah, I guarantee you on like 300, 400,000 on one.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So in case someone wants to get into this, was that the Sony S7 or something like that? Or
A7 II.
A7 II. Yeah. Okay, so that's a good camera then.
That particular build of this particular camera, yes. It's like saying like all Chevys are good. You know what I mean? Like some of them. That's
not true.
That's not true, right?
At all.
Like sometimes the engines are just manufactured a little bit different in these electronics. Yeah. And sometimes this one I've taken care of it, of course. So that probably helps. But anyway, business kept coming in. So I think that's when I decided to call you and say like, hey man, like there's still a need for this.
Yeah.
And I'd like to kind of do this back on the side while we're still trying to figure hard money out.
Yeah.
And then once I committed to it, I think it really exploded.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think like anything in business, once you actually commit and give something 100% focus, like it's eventually going to work out.
Right.
Almost no matter what it is.
Sure. And I would agree with you.
Even if it's a dying business model in general, like you're still going to get ahead of your competition until that business is completely dead.
Yeah.
You know, but
consistency beats talent 1,000% of the time.
Real estate media, though, I think is still a growing sector of continued demand year after year. I think the demand goes up a little bit more than it has been going down.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you know, like when you started real estate too, like I think everyone was using their cell phones, and real estate media was not exactly.
Well, they weren't using their phone. A lot of people were just using like digital cameras when I started. A lot of people were, unless it was a luxury listing, then they would hire a photographer.
Yeah.
And these photographers didn't really have like names or anything like branded names or like good systems or anything. It was just once in a while like, oh, I know a photographer you can hire.
Yeah. This guy does senior photos. We can call him and see if we can make it work.
Not somebody that has a website and bookings and like, someone that's going out every day. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. So anyway, this was in 2023 when I decided to get the company from you. I feel like we did a fair trade. I don't think you actually took advantage of everything on that.
No, we tried,
but that's okay.
But it was just a busy year. But we decided we traded 12 videos that we would do once a month. I think maybe we got half or something like that.
Yeah. Plus, you got a really cool rap video, and like it was cool.
Yeah, we got a lot.
You won an award.
Yep. It was worth it. It was still like we traded because we wanted high quality videos. I think it was a little bit vague how long they were and stuff, but high quality videos that would be like kind of timeless on our website that we can put out there and market eventually. But I thought it was a clean trade.
Yeah.
And then you had the business and full ownership within a year or something like that, or
so within 12 months, or no, I think full ownership started
right away,
and then just the one video a month. I can't remember exactly what it was. Anyway, we did that all transferred over, and so last year I thought I hit my cap of like what I could do in this business as a single person without a team.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and I think it was like $99,000 I did at the end of the year, which was
just shy of $100,000.
Pretty good.
And how profitable would you say you were? Like, how much in expenses? Real expenses. Not like just, bought some stuff and called it an expense.
Sure. I probably like netted probably 60 out of that. So,
60%.
Like, 2/3 of that was profit. I wasn't like an S corp, by the way, or anything. Yeah. So like, I'm not considering my paycheck. I was like anything that was above what was an expense at that point.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's a 60% return with your labor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. And now what have you been? Now I know you had a goal to hit $100,000 this year.
Yep.
And then I think you blew past that already.
Yep.
Right?
I'm already past $100,000,
and we're still in the summer.
Yeah,
which is great.
We're just getting into September, which is pretty cool.
How were you able to make this so profitable?
This is not a method I would recommend everybody doing, but being willing to outwork and outpace everybody.
Okay.
And I think the tenacity and the grit.
So you just work harder.
Work harder, basically. Yeah. Like,
big surprise.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like this isn't like,
I think I set you up for that.
This isn't like a scalable system that we did, but I put my foot to the pedal and I said, okay, what can we do in 1 year? Right. And I thought 100,000, I'm like, okay, this is probably going to be it. This year, again, I'm already at like 103, 104. It's not including all my shoots I have going for the next weeks, of course. So,
yeah. What would you say has given you the biggest boost of motivation over the last few years?
The biggest boost of motivation is knowing that like I can grow this thing to however big I want.
Okay.
And this is not a knock on like being an employee or anything, but like, and I've tried analyzing this from this aspect as well. Like, if I was an employee, would I have worked this hard to get it to this point? And the answer would have been no.
Hell no.
No.
What employee does?
Right. I would not have. I would have not have worked 18-hour days. I would have not have worked, doing more than I thought I could do. It just wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, if we were going to split profits 50-50 and I like busted my ass for 300 days a year,
you feel like you're getting taken advantage of.
It would feel like I was taking advantage of. Yeah.
Yep.
But now that I have this thing, I'm like, okay, like I know how to make money. I know what it takes to make money in this business.
Yeah. It's a good feeling.
You need leads. You need to nurture them. And then you just need to keep supplying them.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I would say that's pretty much every business almost.
Yeah.
It starts with leads.
Mm-hmm.
And then you actually got to do something with them.
Yeah.
Follow up with them. And then you got to nurture them long term.
Yeah.
That's a grocery store.
That's it.
That's real estate agents. That's lending officers.
Yeah.
That's like in the service business and, selling products too. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Amazon does it.
Yeah.
They have leads first and then they service those people.
Mm-hmm.
And then they always get you with the little notifications that this is now on sale.
Do you ever buy those?
Heck yeah.
Do you?
Well, things that I buy on a regular basis.
Sure. Okay.
Like
I always get those notifications like on sale now, something you looked at in your cart, and I'm like, I just don't need it. 40% off. Unless they're like nose strips, sometimes I'll get the notification like they're $11 for 44, and I'm like, I'll buy 5 of those, sure.
How could I not?
It's embarrassing not to.
I need my icebreakers gum.
I do.
Can't run out of gum. Can't have bad breath throughout the day. That's horrible.
You buy icebreakers, not extra?
Icebreakers.
Okay. I buy extra, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's another episode.
We buy them, 4 at a time, 4 of the cube boxes at a time. And I have one in each truck. I've got one right there.
Nice.
I have one at the office.
Okay.
We have one in our kitchen just so that there's always gum within reaching distance, just like chapstick.
Sure. My daughter likes to eat my chapsticks now, so I have a special chapstick that's not eaten by a kid that I can still use for myself.
Where do you hide that?
In my drawer in the back.
Oh,
so
okay.
I put the other one out on the counter, which is like a bait and switch for her.
Right.
So this one's the one that she's chewed on and she's licked all over, and I'm like, that's not a lip solver anymore.
So I know it's chapstick to go after when I come to your house.
Yeah, not that one.
Go in the drawer.
We bait and switch with the chapsticks. Off topic a little bit, but she is so funny. She wakes up in the morning, she wants to smell my deodorant, and she wants to play with my chapstick, and then she wants to go play with dice. Like
that's her routine.
This is my morning routine. Deodorant, dice, chapstick.
My kids did that too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Glad she's not a weirdo. Anyway, growing businesses, like I said, I thought I hit my cap. This year I'm proving that I think that number is a made up number.
Yeah.
And you can always work harder, or you can implement more systems.
The cap is a made up number.
The cap is a made up number.
Yeah.
Because you can do what you put your limits to. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like if I said like, I think I could make this a $50,000 business, I would work hard enough to get myself to that $50,000 limit.
Yeah.
And then last year I was like, okay, I think I can get 100,000. I got 99. I'm like, okay, I can do more than this, right? Because I think this is just increasing my potential every single time I raise my goal.
Did I ever tell you about my 4th year in real estate?
Mm-mm.
My 4th year in real estate, I sat down with a coach that was provided by Keller Williams, and she wanted me to have my goals for the year. And my goal was, at that time, I wanted to make $62,000 this year.
Okay.
That was the goal.
I'm not laughing. I've had goals like this before too. And you've heard some of my goals like this.
And I laid out what I wanted to do. And by the end of the year, I hit like $62,000 like on the nose.
Yeah.
Between real estate commissions and my first flip.
Mm-hmm.
It was so embarrassing that I couldn't believe like I set the bar that low.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, all you have to do is like have a goal, break it down monthly. What do you got to do monthly to be on track for that goal? And then break that monthly goal down to weekly actions. And then if you can meet with an accountability person, like I was meeting with this coach once a week, and we'd sit down and I'd tell her, yeah, did you do these action items? Like, did you make 10 phone calls and blah, blah, blah. Did you do these things? Did you go on so many appointments? Things that you have control over that would naturally net a certain amount of money based off odds.
Yeah.
To be on track for your annual goal. And I felt like I was pretty disciplined.
Yeah.
And I did just enough. Not more.
Yep. Exactly.
Just enough to hit this magical number that I picked out of the sky.
Yep.
And I hit 62 grand. At the time, it was more money than I ever made.
Right, exactly.
I was still very young. And it was more than I made the prior year to that, and then the year before that. It was like I always stepped it up just a little bit, but it was still like, I'm in an industry where I can make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah. Why am I setting the bar so low?
Right. And I think when you set goals low, two things happens. Like one, you don't know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why you set these goals like, okay, if I hit this, that's great. And it's a good feeling hitting those goals. But honestly, like, I think it's a better feeling like not hitting them.
Well, yeah, if they're really high,
right.
Like shoot high and then you make more than you ever did. Like you didn't hit your goal.
Let's take
that's what Gary Keller recommends in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book.
Yeah.
Like aim high. That way you shoot for the stars and you'll hit something further than if you're just shooting for the the little hill right in front of you.
Absolutely. And like, let's take my last year's revenue, for example. Like I ended with 98,000. That lit a fire under my ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't fucking hit it.
Yeah.
and I was almost like mad. I was like,
oh yeah, too.
I was so close.
One of my biggest goals too, to hit that dollar amount. Now 20 something thousand of that was my split with a house flip.
Sure. So
the other like 40 something was in commissions.
Yeah.
One of my biggest goal was to finally, cap at Keller Williams, because you cap by paying in a total of $24,000.
Yeah.
In towards your franchise fee, which is like $3,000, and then 21,000 to your office. And if you can hit that cap, then for the rest of the year, you'll make 100% of your commissions.
Yeah.
And it was always a goal. And this was my 4th year and I wanted to do it. And guess what? On my 4th year, last commission, I was short by $200. I made a goal that I would just barely cap and not make any, but not be able to take advantage of the cap.
Yeah, why would you set your goal there?
And I still was short by I had to pay the office $200 more to finally earn that like reward, the little like glass reward and the actual hat, the capper hat.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm in this club of producers.
Yeah.
And my 4th year in business, I still didn't hit it.
Yeah.
It was off by $200. That alongside with like, I just had a daughter or have a baby coming.
Yeah.
That's what was like, okay, I need to step it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think like once you have a reason or an excuse to be higher to your higher self, I think that really lends to it as well. Like we are living above us at the moment. We're trying to provide for our family, we're trying to provide for our coworkers, and we're trying to provide for other people around us, because I think money comes in abundance.
Yeah.
Right. And I think like the more of it I have and the more of it I can wield, the more I can help other people at the same time.
Mhm.
So it's almost like living above me. Like once I get to this point, I can help other people do really cool things. And that's where I funded my Roth and my 401k, so I can help fund your deals and whatever else like that. Like that's a feel good feeling. Like, oh, cool, I'm an asset.
Grown some pretty big nest eggs.
Yeah, doing my best.
Yeah. Or do you feel like at this point you're kind of like, if you compare yourself to your family and your grandparents and parents and all that stuff, do you think at this point you're going to be the one that shines? Hey, quick commercial break here. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I really do appreciate it. If you want to give back, let me help you buy a house, or I can help you sell a house. It's the only way I make money when I'm not investing in real estate. I don't make money on this podcast or the events I do, but I do make money only when I help people buy and sell houses. So if you're looking for your next investment and you're here in North Idaho, I want to help you personally. If you are not in North Idaho, I can still help you out. I have a vast network of referral partners all across the country, and I can find the right real estate investor savvy agent for you so you don't have to. It doesn't cost you a thing. Thank you for your support. Back to the show.
That's not the reason.
I know that's not the reason.
Yeah.
But do you think, is there anybody in your immediate family or above you that has really made a decent amount of money? Or like entrepreneur, someone that you can try to get to that level?
My uncle has a tree service. He does pretty well with that.
Nice.
Other than that, I don't know of anyone else who's like really entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Just a lot of my family's employees, and that's okay. But just
yeah, same here.
Yeah,
same with mine.
Yeah, no big deal.
I was just curious.
No, it's not like I actually look up to him or anything like that. I mean, he's doing great, and he's done great for a long time. Got a very reputable name in the tree service industry up here, but I'm trying to carve my own path at the moment. So yeah. And I think like what happened this year specifically is I got too busy to actually work on the business.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And also, have you enjoyed any of the money you've been making?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
You got some of that.
Yeah. I've had some enjoyment. So,
but too busy to work on the business because you're in the business.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I mean by that,
hold on, I want to give you some props though.
Yeah.
I've seen you slowly over time offload things to make your job easier, like the editing.
Yep.
You're able to, do you still, I'm assuming you're still using that editing service?
1000%.
Because they're saving you a lot of time, right?
Yeah. And I even offload them more and more depending on how much I have during the day. I used to just offload like the interior photos, and then I do the exterior photos.
Okay.
Prices are a little bit different depending on what editors I use, but interior photos, let's just say they're $1 a photo. Exterior photos are about 70 cents a photo. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'll do those. Those are cheaper. Like they're pretty easy to do. But even that, like if I offloaded 5 photos at 70 cents each, for $3.50 or whatever that is, I can't edit those 5 photos for $3.50 for my time.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
So like I've just been offloading more and more to them. Like, okay, just get it. The hardest part is getting back and getting things imported and just getting them all organized and sent off. That's the biggest time lockup I have at the moment.
Just moving digital files around.
Yeah, just basically shuffling files and making sure that, okay, this editor gets these, this editor gets the virtual twilight, this editor gets this.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this sounds like a $20 an hour task.
It could.
That maybe you can eventually have somebody in charge of moving digital assets around in your business, because it doesn't require much skill.
Sure.
Someone could probably learn that in a couple of weeks, right? Mm-hmm. What to do?
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Maybe even a day or two. Have you thought about offloading that eventually?
Eventually, yes. And that's something that, like, if I do that, I think I may have to raise my prices a bit. If I'm doing a $20 an hour job to upload these things and it takes 2 hours, there's $40. My shoots cost $160, plus I have to pay for editing.
How much time does it take in a day to do this, of your day to do this kind of stuff?
Couple hours.
Couple hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Does a couple hours equal 1 extra shoot?
It could. But usually the time when I need to, like when I'm importing this, is after all my shoots are done.
Okay.
So this is at 6 p.m. when nobody's like asking for a photo shoot, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
So anyway, you were telling me when you sat down that you finally got a CRM.
Yeah, I did yesterday.
Okay. Good job. How many years has Gingersnap been in business?
Too many. And what I've been working on,
and it finally has the CRM. For those that don't know, a CRM is critical for any business. That is where your clients go.
Yep.
And you make notes. And that way, if there's ever employees, you don't have to guess who's who. And it's also a list to market to, and it's a hub of what you do business out of.
Yep.
Otherwise, the hub is you in your head.
Yep.
And that's not easily transferable, or not easily trainable. Not easily, if you couldn't continue this business, it's not easily sellable.
Right.
You gotta take what's in your head and you gotta put it in this digital CRM.
Yeah, basically a computer brain.
Yeah, computer brain that says this is the business right here.
Yeah. And I did two things yesterday, and we talked about this before the show, but yesterday was the first work weekday in a very long time that I have not had a shoot.
Okay.
It's been busy all week, and then it slammed off yesterday, and I'm like, oh, most people would take a vacation at that point, I think, working as much as I've done, or take a day off. But I'm like, I think I need to optimize before I do that. So I did two things yesterday. I got access to a CRM, and I bought Gingersnap a actual phone number. And that's going to allow me to do two things. So if I wanted to hand this off to somebody else, it doesn't have to come with my cell phone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's a good step.
Yeah, that is a good step. I am working with, and I know choose your own AI, but I've been closely working with Alex Hormozy's AI acquisition AI.
Yeah, so what's that?
It's basically, I got the book over here.
Oh, show me that.
We'll talk about it on another episode, but I paid $6,000 for this fucking thing. Comes with lots of tools, systems, and it's basically Alex Hormozy's.
Can you Hormozicize your business, you think?
I can, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And that's this isn't...
He owns a photography franchise, or some sort of a photography business too that's pretty scaled up, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Have you heard about that?
Well, he's met with thousands of different businesses on how to help them scale. And
I think that was one of his first businesses that he bought into, or partnered with somebody, and then they just scaled it. And but I don't remember all the details, but it is a photography business.
Yeah. I was in the shower yesterday, and I was like, what do I need in my business? I had to get out of the shower to write down my notes. Do you ever have to do that?
A couple of times.
Where you're like, this idea will float away, and I guarantee it will. I had to stop my shower mid-shower, and I'm like, I've got 5 things I need to write down. I need my website. I need my CRM. I need a way to capture leads and information and funnel it. And then I had to send a couple thank yous out and a couple other minor things.
Right.
But I had to write those down. Otherwise, I wouldn't remember exactly what I needed. So I went into the AI and I said, hey, I'm looking for a CRM. What I'm mostly looking for is lead capture, lead nurture, follow up, these things. I don't really need a ton else. Which AI would you recommend for me? Or which CRM?
Which CRM? Yeah.
And it said go HighLevel. So I tried it out. And so far, so good.
HighLevel, so that's the brand name of this. And then that costs certain...
Yeah, $97 a month.
$97 a month. Okay. All right. So that's a pretty big investment. That's $1,200 a year.
And I'm sure there's cheap ones out there. But
can you run almost your entire business off this? Or do you still need multiple other tools to integrate the photography part?
I am yet to find out.
Okay.
So this is all just what I was doing on the back end stuff yesterday, getting this stuff all set up.
Can you take credit cards and stuff on this thing? Okay.
Yep. You can take credit cards. What I like is there's a ton of automation features on it. So I'm trying to get people right now, I'm like, okay, how can I build a system that people can opt into? What can I give them for free so I can capture their lead information? Right. And that's where I'm like, I have this folder on my computer called the places you'll show, the Dr. Seuss the places you'll go.
Yeah.
It's basically just local parks and landscapes from Sandpoint, Idaho, Post Falls, Coeur d'Alene, lakes, everything. Free photos, free listings.
Nice.
You want to put photos of Hayden Lake in your listings? Cool. I've got you.
Okay.
All I need
is your
information, right?
Your information and the right to text you.
Right, and the right to text you. And that's everything's going to be in an opt-in status, so this is going to be very done legally by the books, following closely with state laws.
Now, if they unsubscribe from your text, can you send them like a text or a message saying, well, you're losing your access to Hayden Lake photos, fuckface?
I'd have to check. I think I can.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye from my own personal number. Hey, it looks like you subscribed.
Looks like you unsubscribed. I'm going to need those photos back. Send them my way.
No, this is not, I don't care. What I want to give as many people access to these photos as I possibly can, knowing damn well that 70% of them are going to opt out.
Yeah. That happens.
Yeah, and that's a number that I'm willing to work with. So if I get
always need to be inputting leads.
Right.
That's just a new way of life.
And how I'm going to hook, line, and sinker some of these things is, so I have photos that are MLS sized for free, right? You get free access with just signing up and opting in, right? I'm also going to give it, I haven't figured out the price yet, but it's going to be lifetime access to my videos of parks and landscapes and things like that. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of reels that people can just post on their own social media.
Yeah.
And then they can put their own text on it or whatever. So say it's like a video of Hayden Lake, and then you can put like 10 things you need to know about Hayden Lake above it.
Okay.
And boom, that's a piece of content for you.
Nice.
Lifetime access, and there's going to be hundreds of these reels in there.
Okay. Got it. That's a good idea.
It's a good, yeah. And again, like I'm going to make it cheap enough where people don't say no.
Now, are you going to have the time to produce all this content?
Okay. I already have it.
Okay.
I just need to slowly start making it reel.
Available. Yeah.
And I was doing that yesterday too when I was at the workspace, just getting some of them out, seeing what they look like when I put them out. Like there's little 15, 20-second clips of like a park with one shot. But if I have hundreds of these, people can utilize them for their own social media.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that'll be really cool.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Thanks.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
People need more content.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Because they get sick of the old stuff.
Right. And this is where like I'm taking everything I've learned in business and I'm trying to implement it into something that I know I could make sense. So right, once I get them on the free, right? Hey, do you want access to this? It's $30, $50 for lifetime access, all these reels, whatever that price is, right?
Yeah.
You sign up for that. I know you're serious about making content. Then I start marketing heavily to these people like, hey, do you actually want me to help you make some content?
Because that's a potential candidate for being a client of making some social stuff.
Yep.
Custom.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically lead funneling, freeze. You got your paid people right here. The paid people are probably going to be the ones who I'm assuming want the most content or be willing to pay for it because they've already paid for a product.
Right.
And then start heavily marketing to those people.
Okay.
So that's going to be my funnel system.
So what have you done so far? I know you just got this like yesterday. Okay. Well, then I won't quiz you about this.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a couple things. I got a phone number again.
Okay.
I'm going to do more work on it today, but that's where I'm at right now.
Nice.
When you take a second to reassess your business and where you're at, like, okay, how can I make this more optimized and how can I make it more automatic?
Yeah.
And I want to do both those, but also still be like the guy who you talk to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's not like some VA is going to be answering my text. It's still going to be me.
Yeah.
But just maybe with a template.
Right on.
Yeah. And then I'll put sales and specials out through my templates and stuff too. Like it's nice having an automated button where I click. I've got 200 agents or so in my pipeline right now of like agents I've actually worked with. And I've got all their contact information.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you might as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is what. So are you going to follow this playbook?
I will be following some of it. Yes. Specifically with the acquisition AI, actually from the playbooks, there's a way you should follow up with people.
Yeah. 2
phone calls in a row. If they don't answer, you leave a voicemail. Right after the voicemail, you leave a text.
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
I do that too. I usually don't call twice, but I'll leave a voicemail, send a text.
Yeah.
And then sometimes email too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure basically
hit them 3 ways.
And hit them 3 ways, exactly. But it just I want to get better at my follow-up and I want to get better at my client retention.
Yeah.
Like with how busy I got this year, like some of my clients dropped off and that's okay. Some of them do. Some of them come back. Great. I just want a way to talk to these people and let them know I'm still here to help them.
Yeah. And it definitely takes, when you have hundreds of people, systems, a CRM, some automation.
Yep.
list. That way you can set it and forget it.
Mhm.
And then just have a process for dealing with new people.
Yeah.
That's one thing that you really just got to nail down. Like, can I make this, can I find the perfect process that I didn't invent,
Yep.
somebody else did, and then actually implement this in my business?
Yeah.
And actually follow through with that process. And then anyone I bring on board, make it absolutely clear, 100% clear. If you just follow this process, you likely won't get fired.
Right.
But you got to set the example.
Yeah.
But you got to set the example. And that's something that I've always struggled with, you know, when it comes to lead generating and stuff. The only good thing I guess I've done lead generating consistent wise is having these meetups.
Yeah, for sure. Which is great, actually. I mean,
yeah, it's a great, I mean, it's been dynamite for actually, you know, getting an almost unlimited supply of leads.
Right.
With the size of team that we are.
Yeah.
Now, if I grew a larger team, you know, if I grew up to 10 people again, we'd probably need more lead sources.
Oh, yeah.
But for now, we have plenty.
Great.
It's just something that you always got to work at in a business. You can't get complacent and call it good enough with the marketing and with the lead generating. It's just always got to be on.
Do you feel like you're happy enough with your lead generation right now? Like, I know you have a very small team, so it's just like it's you and three. I mean, you, Joe, RD, and Saber. Is that basically it?
Yeah, Monica.
Okay, she's still there. Okay, so I mean, you don't have a lot of mouths to feed as far as real estate leads go.
Yeah,
but what would it look like if you doubled your leads?
We can probably handle them.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it depends on where I put my focus. Like this last week, I showed houses yesterday, showed houses the day before that, got one under contract, probably get another one under contract maybe today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm showing houses all day on Saturday to a different client. And I'm doing this real estate agent work that I haven't done in years. It seems like I haven't really, because I usually offload it to team members,
right.
But I've know that in the past, I've either been very busy, either flipping homes or getting rental properties ready for rent, or running a larger team.
Yeah.
Right now, you know, I am flipping homes, but there's nothing to go work on.
Yeah.
I'm just selling a couple.
Yeah.
And I have nothing to go physically work on. I've put myself in a position where there's contractors.
Yeah, as you should. I think that's
for
really
things. And I don't have a large enough team to focus on just bringing in a bunch of leads to offload them, because our main guy that started with us is the RD, even though he can handle them.
Yeah.
His focus is his electrician business right now, which makes total sense. He's making way more money doing that than if he was working as a real estate agent full time, depending.
Right, of course.
But he gets, you know, his phone's just always blowing up with electrician work, and he's hired multiple people to help him out.
Awesome, good for him.
And he's got apprentices and stuff, and that's just his focus right now. He still wants to get into real estate full time when he thinks that he will have that business running on its own.
Sure,
which is totally possible.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's making the right place for that to happen.
Yeah. Me and my jaded brain, I feel like I think you can only run effectively one business at a time, but I have a limited mindset sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like that
guy's more
mindset.
capable of things than most people.
Yeah.
Most people are.
And when you say like things like that, like as a guy who only runs like one at the moment, like, yeah, that does feel like a limiting mindset, because you find somebody to fill your shoes. You don't have to actually be like on the ground. You train another you.
Yeah.
And you can run as many businesses as you want from that point. And then eventually you're the guy overseeing 10 businesses, right?
Yeah.
And then you train somebody to do that. And then you step up and you're managing one person, basically, who's managing 10, who's managing 100. And that's how these funnels start building, of course.
And I've also, I spent my entire 20s and almost my entire 30s with my foot on the pedal nonstop. And I think I'm actually okay with not maximizing my income and my potential, because I feel like I've already done a pretty good job. And I have some goals that it's not like I'm quitting real estate or anything, but like get into bow hunting.
Yeah.
And
I think that's good
later,
too.
And I'm going to go set up my property this weekend to set up trail cams and just kind of take take it easy. Cause like my kids are already, I just realized Aubrey, she's already at her half-life in the household. She's already 9.
Yeah. Okay.
She's
right.
good. And I haven't spent much time with her. And once she's, 18 and moves on, I'll probably hardly ever see her,
Yeah.
knowing how life works, it'd be a once in a while thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not that way,
but
it's possible.
Yeah.
There are lots of people that have kids, and once they move out of the house, they like never see them again, really.
Yeah. I mean, even like my 17-year-old moved out, and I see her like 3 to 4 times a year, which is great,
Yeah.
But like you cherish those moments when you get them now, because it's like, okay.
But I'm also realizing, like, shit, I've been lying to myself and just telling myself that I've been wanting to create all this income so I can enjoy time with my family, and I'm not.
And when will you do that? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do the best I can to like take a step back and like be like, I don't think I need to work 12-hour days,
right?
Even though I can,
right?
And we have rental properties now that bring in consistent income, so there's not going to be any emergencies.
Yeah,
I still throw myself in financial emergency situations that are optional,
sure.
Like building a cabin that's just for fun and going way over budget. We talked about that,
But I think I like where your head's at with this. Like, I mean, like you've put in your work, obviously. Like you're at a point in your life where you're comfortable, which is good. I don't need to be Jeff Bezos. You know what I mean? I don't need to be the next Bill Gates. Yeah. I don't need to be Elon Musk. I just need enough for my family and I, and maybe a little bit extra. Like,
we all need some why that's motivating us, and we need to figure out, is that why appropriate for the actions that you're doing,
right?
Or do you need to tone down your why or step up your why?
Yeah.
And then your actions, you need to tone down your actions or step them up. Everybody's at a different stage in life. I feel like most people don't have a strong enough why, and so their actions aren't that strong.
Sure. Yeah, the motivation to get to the goal,
and that's
80%.
That's 80% of people.
I'd say that's like 95% of people, to be honest with you. Like,
and there's actually nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
not everyone has to be a crazy entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody.
It's not like those people die happy, all of them.
Yeah,
they just found something they like doing.
And I think that's important too. Like, you've got to be passionate about what you do. Like, making all this money this year, I guess, like, it sounds like a lot to me, but somebody listening to this might be like, that's pocket change. Nonetheless, like, I'm working harder than I ever have, and I think I'm happier than I ever have been.
Yeah.
Knowing that, awesome. Like, I'm in control of this boat, I'm in control of this car, basically, that I can drive as much as I want, and whenever I drive it, it puts money in my pocket.
I do feel like there's something to be said about, like, having the confidence that you can control your life does make you happier.
Yeah.
I think. It's theory. Who knows?
Like, if I was like legitimately struggling being an entrepreneur, like all you need to do is just change your mindset and really, like, okay, how do you make money? You make money with customers. You make money with clients, right?
Yeah.
If you're not making money, go out and get more of those. Like, if your business is failing, go find people who will pay you for your service.
Sounds like Grant Cardone.
It does. I don't know.
Where's my money?
Where's my money?
Where's my money?
Sound exactly like him.
He does say that.
Yeah. No, that's where I'm at, and just trying to, again, optimize and automate and figure things out.
So what's your next step?
Good question. Next step is I have to finish all this implementation stuff. So this is not going to be a 1 to 2 day task.
Right. Is it in your calendar?
It's in my to-do list. I don't have like a calendar, but
okay.
I definitely need a website. I've been operating without a website since before we started.
Yeah.
Again, I want a way to capture people's leads information and then convert these and then continue to sell in this sphere once they stay in it. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah. What so this CRM that you got, does it include a website?
No.
Okay.
You can add your website, or you can add an extension to your website.
So it can be integrated?
Yeah, it can be integrated.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's got all the Wix buttons and all that stuff in there, and
gotcha.
Yeah.
So you just need to find time on your calendar to plug in a couple hours to set up a Wix website.
Yeah. I'm going to be, I will not be doing the Wix website. I still have the domain, so I still have gingersnetmedia.com.
Yeah.
I will be paying somebody to do that for me.
Okay. Yeah.
For one, I don't know how to do it.
Oh, okay.
And two, I think I could tell somebody.
Dude, Fiverr is the way to go with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that, but I also want to use like
it's
somebody
very affordable.
local in our area. I don't really care about price.
Well, but the great thing about it is that there's thousands of selections, and they've narrowed down like, hey, here's like the top 10 best.
Sure.
That are also very affordable.
and I'll look on Fiverr, of course, but there are a couple website and like search engine optimization specialists in the area that I would like to talk to, because I do like working with local people, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like I think the price that you pay for building somebody else's business and helping somebody out in your neighborhood is worth it.
If you can find someone.
Yeah. There's Mason Lopez.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Mason.
I don't know who that is. I know Mario Lopez.
You do know Mario Lopez. No, that's kind of what's next for me. Just trying to figure out how to optimize, because I set myself these limits. Last year I set myself 100, didn't make it. This year I had 150 in my head, thinking like, okay, if I just do that, I'll hit that, right?
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to get close to that again this year. So
Okay.
what really needs to happen is I need to like 2 to 3x this goal.
What would that do for you?
Besides driving me more insane?
Yes.
If I got to a point where I 3x'd my business, I would be hiring people to do what I do very, very quickly.
And do you think, because we've talked about this before, if you were responsible for a couple of people's livelihoods, how would you be fine with that?
Be interesting. I don't know. Might have to 1099.
You don't think you'd be more stressed, or maybe a little less stressed, not having to drive everywhere? I feel like you drive a lot.
I do drive a lot.
Yeah. You're always in plumber. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm usually like in places that are like have no phone service. And then as soon as I come back in, there's like 50 messages waiting for me, like,
Yeah. So if you were to bring somebody on, do you think that person would help you with administration or go on appointments?
I would say I'd probably start with administration.
Okay.
Scheduling and making sure people got what they need, and follow up and follow through, and getting them on, hey, thanks so much for, you buy your first product with me, like, hey, thanks so much, on your next shoot, receive a free 360 tour as a thank you for continuing using things like that.
Is this the Alex Hormozi AI tool? Is that something that you can ask? Like, hey, here's everything about my business and everything I do. What's the next logical step?
Yeah.
Like what are to grow and build this business to where I'm not going to lose all my hair.
Yeah. I'll show you actually after the episode.
I think that might be cool, just to follow that advice.
When you get
but
the
also
AI,
tell it what your goals are, like that you don't want to be like crazy stressed out, or I don't know.
So when I first got this AI, I trained it instantly on who I am and what industry I'm in. Yeah. So like the first questions it asks is like, how many employees do you have? What's your revenue? What business are you in? Where would you like to be? So like it knows all the shit about me already. Okay, great. Which is great. So like, and I'll show you, it's actually pretty intuitive. I mean, almost any AI is going to be able to do this. I just like that I paid for this thing, so I have a accountability to use it. Right.
But it's set up to kind of follow their business advice.
It's set up to follow their business specific advice, and he's trained it on
because if you're just using ChatGPT in general or something like that, it's going to be like, here's business advice 101 in general, but that may not work in 2025. But it's just like, here's everything we scraped from the internet that you should do, and random too. Some of it's going to be random because you ask it the next day, it might give you a different answer.
This is basically pulled out of his books and his knowledge, and then it pulls outside of that if it needs to.
So I like that theory.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And what's cool is like the first thing I asked it, I'm like, how to scale? And it's like, first off, like asking me like, where do you want to go? How do you want to get there type of thing.
So it actually asked you questions?
Yeah. It asked me questions like all the time, back and forth.
That's good. Cause that's what I can't stand about ChatGPT and Grok and stuff. Sometimes these other, they don't ask you enough questions for clarifying questions. Yeah. It's just like, they just give you an answer. Yeah. Whether it's meant for you or not.
Well, that's why I chose that HighLevel CRM as well, because I'm like, this is what I need.
It's like a coach.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, we're going to ask you some more questions. Do you want this, or is this more personal to you, or do you want to mass scale, like just send thousands of texts a day? Yeah. What's your actual goal with this thing? Yeah. I said, just follow up with the 200 people I have, grow my lists, and have better retention. It's like, I got you, fam. I got you.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, AI is a tool of the future. We talked about it a lot, but I think if you're not using it, you're doing yourself and your business a huge disservice.
Or you're just going to get run over.
Or you're just going to get ran over.
by people that are utilizing it.
So what's next for you? We talked about what's next for me. Like, what's next with you? What I know you want to kind of slow down and take your foot off the pedal a little bit, but
well, okay, so I got some relieving news last week where our subdivision got annexed into the city.
Yeah, you did. Congratulations.
So that was kind of relieving. That tells me that I know in about a year or so I'm gonna have a big chunk of change.
Yep.
So I'm fine with all this debt right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Everything's fine.
No,
really.
no. But it's relieving to know that some things are working even though some things are not.
Yeah.
I'm flipping a couple of homes right now. One of them's under contract. The other one has been almost 2 months. Haven't been able to sell it.
Yeah.
Which is unusual for me.
Yeah.
And a little bit tough to swallow. It's like, okay, it's not good enough. I had to take it off the market, this house, and try to fix all the little issues because I actually showed it last week, and I started noticing all these little flaws that I'm like, should have really dealt with this.
Yeah.
So I kind of have to go back to the basics. I got I took it off the market, got a home inspection, and we got this big list of things to do. There's all kinds of crap.
Why do you think that one in particular is not selling? Like, give me your top 2 reasons why you think that one sat on the market for 2 months versus other houses in the area.
It's not good enough for the price.
Easy enough.
Like it always comes down to that. In
Right.
real estate, it almost always comes down to that. And it's hard for me to say that out loud because it's my own baby.
Yeah.
But it's not good enough for the price that we're asking.
That's okay.
That easy. That simple. So we have 2 options. You can make it better or you can drop the price.
That's it.
We tried dropping the price a few times to where it's like, crap, we're not really going to make much on this anymore. And it's still not good enough. So take it off the market, fix the issues.
Gotcha.
Comes back on the market in a couple of weeks as a brand new listing on the MLS.
Because you have to take it off for 2 weeks to have that, right?
And So we're going to do things. I got to invest like another 10 grand in this property.
Cool.
And half of it you won't see, unfortunately.
Right. It's all just little tiny things.
There's a bunch of mold in the attic.
Okay. Yep.
Something that would have been brought up, something that eventually would have caught up to me.
Right.
But so we got a home inspection. There's probably $5,000 worth of work to do home inspection wise. And then the shop, it really, it sounds great. And then you get there and you walk into it and it just feels so underwhelming because it's like gravel.
It feels like a barn.
Yep. I want it to feel more like a shop. So we're going to get concrete
on
the floors.
Like a slab then, or just pour concrete?
Slab concrete.
Cool.
Like a professional job one.
Cool. Yeah.
Clean up the landscaping. It's been sitting for a couple of months, so the landscaping's not very. There's weeds growing everywhere, so we got to redo the landscaping again. Like just clean it up. Take a lot of time to like actually make it look fresh and good. Keep the water running.
You gonna pay a landscaper?
No, we're doing a lot of that.
Cool.
And then I got some nice shop lights to like make it really bright in there once it's done, and like fix little holes. There's little holes everywhere. Like so we're gonna clean up the shop a little bit.
Yeah.
To actually make it feel like a shop instead of just like a shed.
Sure.
Like here's a big shed.
Yeah.
with gravel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we had to do some restaging. The master bedroom felt kind of small.
Sure.
It didn't seem small in the floor plans. And then we decided not to stage it just because we were trying to be quick and easy. We thought it'd sell fast. And then when I was showing it, when we walked into the master bedroom, it just kind of felt a little small because it's empty.
Sure.
And it, so I got to stage that. I did stage it.
Awesome.
Looks a lot better.
Good.
And then the mattress, a couple days later, the air mattress is deflated.
Yep.
I'm like, gotta get a new air mattress. So doing all these little tiny things while it's off market.
Yeah.
We'll put it back on, and we're actually going to increase the price because I don't feel like price wise, if it showed really well and was different, I think we're in a range where it's still on the bottom end of pricing for a 4-bedroom home in Hayden with a shop. It's just got to feel better.
Right.
So I'm going to try to dramatically enhance the experience when you come into it. And then we'll just see.
Knowing what you know now about like what you said, like it just wasn't good for the price. It wasn't the quality for the price wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
And that's like very noble of you to say, first of all. Like that's a hard pill to swallow, like because that is
hard to say out loud.
Yeah, it is hard to say out loud.
But
like,
that's the truth with real estate.
I put heart and soul into this thing.
It's just not good enough for the price you're asking.
Right. Knowing what you know now, like if you were to do that exact same project again, would you take care of these issues in advance? So say you get another house with a shop, would you make sure it has a concrete slab?
It depends, but most likely.
Yeah. I mean,
now that I know actually how much it costs, so like it costs like $3,600
nice
to do this, to make it feel like a much better, work spot.
And is this your own personal flip then? Are you partners with anybody on this?
I'm partnered with Sean on it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So unfortunately we went way over budget, like 45 grand over budget. And then, so the initial plan with this house was to do what we talked about. With
the initial plan was to do the plan. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. A little bit more context here. There was a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
And I partnered with my brother so that the labor would be mostly free because he was going to be there to oversee and make sure things get done quickly. He was there for the first month or so, a lot, but then slowly stopped being there and hired everything out. And didn't get bids from anybody, and people just were charging whatever. And then he would just have people charging quite a bit.
Yeah,
to just pay by the week and kind of get things done slow. And before you know, this $65,000 budget that we had, which we should have been there with the materials and like the extra kind of help, we should have been able to get it done for 65. But because
like 110,
but because the labor turned out to not be free, and we actually paid a premium for the labor and a premium for a lot of these, like the plumbers and electricians, because he didn't get bids and they just charged whatever they wanted. Before you know it, we're $45,000 over budget. So if we were to go list it for what we planned to, 569 was the plan.
Yeah.
We might make like 10 grand to split between ourselves.
Okay.
So we had to be priced a little bit higher, but it didn't kind of fit the mold. Now I've got to step it up, make it even better to try to hit that 599 price point.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Sure.
So it should have sold for 569 probably, but we went way over budget. We had to charge more, but it's just got to show better.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's just not a whole lot of competition. It had, in the 2 months, 25 showings.
That's pretty good. Like,
so what that tells me is we don't have a pricing issue. We have a presentation issue.
Got it. Interesting. I know people were looking at that 360 tour I did for you too. I was going to see how many did it, but there were thousands on there for sure.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you get that many showings, averaging like one every other day or so,
that's pretty good.
And you have 0 offers, it's because it's not good enough for the price.
Right.
So we're trying to make it good enough for the price, because obviously the price didn't scare people away to go walk through it.
Right. They were already there to go see the thing. Right there.
So that's my main priority, is to take care of every little tiny issue and enhance the experience.
I love it.
And also a lot of the feedback was the living room felt small. We're going to put a bigger couch in there because it's got a super small couch.
Yeah.
I think maybe I talked to you about that.
Yeah.
Little, try to do every little thing.
Yeah. Little tweaks.
Little tweak.
I love it. Cool. Well, I think that's very noble of you again to realize that, like, oh, maybe this isn't the best at the moment, for you to take it off. And what I love about it is you take it off for 2 weeks, you get a brand new listing out of it, right? So like it comes up on the MLS. Too. Some new photos?
Well, we got some restaging done.
Bring it on.
The shop and that kind of stuff. So we might need to do one of those
refreshers.
A few new photos.
I got you.
Shop, master bedroom, living room, that kind of stuff.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Well, let me know when you're done, and I'm happy to make that happen for you.
Yeah, it should be about 2 weeks from now.
Cool.
I think we can wrap this bitch up.
I think so. We hit the hour.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, wait. We should probably start saying this at the beginning of the episode. We moved this school community
Yeah.
It's now on a new website on School. The old School.
Well, it's the same website. It's a different page.
Same website, different page. But the old link will have a link to the new page as well, because there's a post that you said, like, click here for the new community.
Until we shut it down.
Yep, until we shut it down. So please follow that link, join our new community. Great Mastermind. We've got a lot of content up there to help you grow your investment business and maybe your business as well.
Yep. It's just called the Investor Shed Mastermind. That's the only difference. It's called Mastermind. Investor Shed Mastermind. We switched it because Alex Hormozi ran a big special of the School platform.
Yeah.
So instead of paying $100 a month, it's like $9 a month for life.
Yeah.
Which is great. So I had to jump on that. Hope you guys don't mind me saving $1,100 a year
Dude,
to host a free platform.
I signed up for the $9 a month plan as well.
Oh yeah. Are you eventually going to do something there? Maybe.
I'd like the opportunity to do something there. I will hold it for $9 a month right now until I decide.
Well, it's 3 months free.
Yeah, so I got 90 days. I'm all set. Yeah. But like, I could do courses on how to start and scale a photography business. Like, there's a lot of different things I could do. Like, I think could have a special niche.
Yeah, you got to search that site, see if there's anything out there like that already. You could be the one.
I could.
All right, everybody. Thanks for playing today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for playing. Good luck, everyone.
We will see you whenever you want to see us again, because this is digital content. Love you. Bye.
Thank you so much for checking out the Investor Shed podcast. If you enjoyed your time, make sure to leave a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Follow along on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at The Investor Shed for shorts and promos about each episode. Do you want to be a guest or know someone who has great real estate investing advice and stories? Reach out to us at theinvestorshed@gmail.com.